You come home. She's on the couch, looking at her phone. Something is wrong. You know it before she says a word. You sit down next to her. You ask if she's okay. She doesn't look up. She says, "I'm fine." You know she isn't. She knows you know. And still the two of you sit there in silence, agreeing not to talk about it. If you've ever had this exact moment with someone you love, I want to tell you something almost no one has explained correctly. She isn't lying to you. She is lying to herself. And the reason why is stranger and sadder than most men are ever taught. Let me tell you about a study. In 1993 at Berkeley, two psychologists named James Gross and Robert Levinson brought people into a lab and sat them down in front of a screen. They showed them a short film designed to disturb. Then they measured what happened inside the participants' bodies: heart rate, blood pressure, the activation of the entire fight or flight system. They split the participants into two groups. The first group was told, just watch the film and feel whatever you feel. The second group was told something different. Watch the film, but do not let your face show anything. Look calm. That was the only instruction, just look calm. And what Gross and Levinson found in the second group quietly rewrote what we thought we knew about emotional suppression. The people told to look calm did not feel less. Their bodies did not settle. In fact, the opposite happened. When someone tries to hide what they are feeling, their nervous system doesn't quiet down. It fires harder. Their heart rate spikes higher than the people who let themselves react. Their blood pressure climbs faster. Their entire body works harder to seem fine than it would have worked to just be upset. Suppressing emotion, they discovered, is more physically stressful than expressing it. Let me say that again, because it matters. When a woman puts on a calm face and tells you she's fine, her body is having a bigger reaction than if she had just told you the truth. She isn't less upset than she looks. She is more upset, and the effort of hiding it is making it worse in real time, right there in front of you, while she says nothing. This is what almost no one understands about the woman who says she's fine. She isn't performing for you. She isn't manipulating you. She isn't choosing to be difficult. Her nervous system is running a program she learned so long ago that she doesn't even know she's running it. Somewhere in her childhood, usually before she could remember it clearly, she said something true, something honest. Maybe she cried when she wasn't supposed to. Maybe she said she was scared. Maybe she told someone how she really felt about something small, and someone she needed responded badly. Maybe they told her she was being dramatic. Maybe they got angry. Maybe they went quiet in a way that made her feel like she had done something wrong. Maybe they just looked away. And she learned in that one moment that the truth was too heavy for the people around her to hold. She was too small to understand why it had gone wrong, but her nervous system understood one thing perfectly. Being honest was dangerous. Being honest was how you lost people. So she started composing herself. She learned, before she learned to read, that if she wanted to be safe, she had to be small. She had to be calm. She had to say the right thing. She had to swallow the wrong thing. And most of all, she had to make sure the people around her never had to face the full reality of what she felt. By the time she became an adult, "I'm fine" was not a lie she was telling. It was a survival skill she had been practicing for 20 years. And here is the part that should change how you see her forever. She isn't hiding from you. She is hiding from herself. Because the truth is, she doesn't actually know what she is feeling anymore. She stopped being able to name it a long time ago. When you ask her what's wrong and she says nothing, she isn't refusing to tell you. She genuinely can't find it. Her emotional system has been trained to look away from itself so effectively that when she checks in, there is no signal left, just static. She isn't cold. She isn't distant. She isn't punishing you. She is missing her own life, and she doesn't know how to come back to it. There's one more thing worth knowing, because it is the part that quietly matters most, and almost no one talks about it. In 2013, researchers followed over 1,000 people for 12 years. They measured how much each person suppressed their emotions in daily life. Then they waited, and they looked at who was still alive at the end. The people who suppressed the most were significantly more likely to have died during those 12 years. Not from suicide, not from accidents, from heart disease, from cancer, from the accumulated cost of a body that had spent a lifetime holding down what should have been felt. The woman you love, the one who keeps saying she's fine, is quietly paying that cost. Every day, right in front of you. So, what do you do with this? You cannot ask her what's wrong and expect a real answer, because the part of her that would have known is offline. It has been offline for a long time. If you push her to name it, she will feel more pressure to compose herself, not less. She will disappear further into the calm. What she needs is not a question. What she needs is a person who can sit next to her quietly without needing her to explain. A person who can say, "You don't have to tell me anything. I just wanted to be here," and then mean it, and then actually stay. You are not there to fix her. You are not there to solve it. You are there so that, for one moment in her life, being real does not cost her anything. That is what she was never given as a child. That is what her nervous system has been quietly looking for ever since. And if you can give her that over and over without asking anything back, something in her slowly learns that it is safe to feel again. She might start crying without knowing why. She might get angry about something small. She might say something honest that surprises both of you. Do not flinch when it happens. That is her coming back. That is her nervous system remembering, for the first time in a long time, that someone can hold her real self without dropping it. She has been calm for 20 years. You are not asking her to fall apart. You are giving her permission to be alive. And that more than anything you could ever say to her is what love actually looks like. There is one more thing about her you probably don't understand yet. It's the reason she pulls away from you right when things are going well. The reason she gets distant after the best nights. The reason her love feels safer at a distance than it does up close. There is a name for it, and I made an entire video breaking it down. If you want to actually understand the woman you love, not guess, not hope, not read another surface-level article, subscribe. And I'll see you in that video next, because most men spend their whole lives never learning this. You don't have to be one of them.